Hi Libras, this is going to be your reading for June 2026. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general reads, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings is I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to traditional tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. If I pause at any time, it's just because I'm trying to feel the energy that I'm feeling, so I appreciate your patience there. All right, let's get into your reading. So your message is do the work. Your message. If you're wondering whether or not to move forward, this card is a message from your angels to continue on. You might feel that your current situation requires more energy and time than you're able to give, and there's a good chance that you're feeling disheartened or even drained. And this situation is pivotal for your growth, expansion, and spiritual connection, and this card invites you to switch on the light you have within. It's time to be a star, to rise up, to get behind the wheel and drive the journey of your life. Yes, energy is going to be needed to hustle and push, but every single effort you make will pay off. Right now, you are sending out a signal that will create a wave that will lay the foundation for the rest of your life. Being spiritual isn't always easy. It comes with a price, and often that price is time and effort. That is why our angels are calling it light work, because we have to work our light. It isn't spiritual easy, and this isn't spiritual vacation. It's spiritual work, and that does mean that we have to do the work. Action, effort, and surrender and trust are needed for things to come together. But when this card appears, you have an important opportunity to figure out the difference between effort and effortless, to understand when both these energies need to move through your being. If you want to abandon a project or even walk away from a situation, this card is letting you know that you are needed more than ever. This isn't time to run away, but this is time to turn up. When you show up ready and willing to do the work, you will move up too. Oh, let's take a look at what this can be here, Libra. Where they just said do the work, and it was just like I am. Like there was this voice on the city being like I am doing the work. We'll continue to do that. Let me pull some cards here. Just give me a moment. Ooh. It's interesting energy that's popping out for you, Libra. Just give me a moment to just feel this energy for you. Feels like we learn more from failure than success. It's like through this idea of failure, this idea of falling over, not doing something right, maybe something not going to plan the way that we wanted to, it feels like there's this like huge shift for you happening here. And it's becoming like so much stronger, more stable in this energy here, Libra, as well, because it just feels like it's like there's nowhere to go but, to do it again, to try, to kind of keep going. And I feel like that's where, like, do the work is here. With the Six of Wands in reverse, is this energy, like I was saying before, something maybe not being successful or some kind of failure kind of energy here. But it's not taking you out. It's not, like, pulling you away from financial stability here. It's not pulling you away from anything. It's actually helping you, which is kind of this interesting message of this, because it feels like this energy of failure is helping you through the next kind of phase or the next chapter kind of in your life here. We have the Two of Pentacles coming in right after, which is weighing these kind of options financially. Maybe there's something here of like, maybe should I focus on this aspect? Should I focus on this one? Maybe you're just feeling like, what do I really want? What do I want to start saving for? What am I going to start thinking about, like finances? Sometimes this can be two kind of financial offers for you or job offers as well here, and maybe that comes through something not working out. So you're like, that didn't work out, and maybe then you're like, oh well, two of these job offers come in for me, or 2 things now I have choice on what I want to do or where I want to go. It's almost like this failure thing. This thing that didn't work out is not really important because I feel like it almost like inspires you in a way. I have this 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is where we are feeling left out of the cold, where we are feeling maybe othered or outside, finally feeling this financial kind of stress. It means there's this new opportunity on the way here for you. There's this new financial thing. It feels like that is coming in for you, whether this be, a new job, a new house, a new car, some kind of financial situation. And it might be something that we hope for or dreamed about here, because we do have the star card coming out, which is Aquarius energy. This is kind of wishing upon a star, keeping that hope alive, keeping that drive alive here. And that's why I'm saying, even with this kind of failure, with this thing that maybe didn't work out the way we wanted to, our perspective of keep going, there's hope in the future, there's new stuff coming in for me here, is what's actually releasing us from this negativity, which is releasing us from this devil energy, from these chains that have kind of kept us down here or kept us shackled. This is like, the devil energy is just kind of being like, almost like chained in a deep dark basement, where you're just like, it's just darkness around me, there's no kind of light coming in here, and it's like someone coming in to kind of rescue you, or light starts to peer in and you're like, there's a way out. It feels like this is like light at the end of the tunnel energy here for you. It's like, I'm coming out the other side of whatever this kind of 6 of Wands in the reverse is for me here. But they're asking you to be kind of focused on that light, right? Focus on this way out, or this energy that's coming in here. Keep that hope, keep that drive alive for yourself, especially if you feel like you're in financial situation right now where you can't sustain stability. The 2 of Pentacles is not in reverse, so I'm not worried about you overspending right now. I feel like it's this energy of this money is going to balance itself out, because in the long term, with the Knight of Pentacles here, you're going to have long-term financial stability. So that's coming in for you here. We do have the 4 of Cups popping out right after, which is saying we're giving too much to this situation, almost too much to this energy of this failure here, this thing that is maybe not going right in our lives, because we're not seeing that the universe is trying to bring in something new for us here. I have the Fool card coming out in the future cards here, so it feels like there is this new beginning that wants to happen for you here. But it's like, if we're so stuck looking at the past, or if we're so stuck looking at this energy that we can't really change at the bottom here, we're not going to see this opportunity that's on the way for us. And that opportunity is this Knight of Pentacles. It's this long-term stability, whether that be like maybe a long-term stable relationship, maybe that would be a long-term stability financially here for you. I do have the Hermit card coming in right after, sideways. So there might be some situations here where you're like, maybe I'm giving too much of my energy away. I need to kind of recluse a little bit more. I need to focus on me. Or this energy here of you're reclusing a little bit too much. You're not allowing yourself the energy to come towards you because you're not connecting with other people, right? So it feels like there's something here of like, we need to maybe check where it is that we're needed in our life. Because it's come out sideways, if we're being maybe a little bit too recluse, say if you're like looking for a relationship but you're not meeting people, or you're not putting yourself out there, then what is that going to do? Or the opposite, where you are maybe just feeling a little bit overwhelmed with people around you and energy, and you're just like, I need some me time here. But it feels like there is going to be some financial stability here for you. I have Capricorn, Aquarius. I also have a Virgo on here. Some of those might be linked to this kind of happiness, so just keep an eye out for that. Again, it feels like there's some good stability coming in for you here. But we also have the Fool card coming out sideways. Choice, right? Stepping into the new. Are we going to look at these 3 cups that are sitting here that we have already? Are they going to pull our focus, or are we going to open to the new beginning, the new chapter? The Fool is like a childlike energy. It's like, ooh, what else can I do? Ooh, what else is out there for me? What kind of new adventure can I have here? When it's in the reverse, it's this idea of not wanting to leap, not trying to try something new or have a new beginning here. It's like this idea of just like, oh, well, I'm just going to stick where I am because that's comfortable. But the Fool card wants to be like, ooh, what's over there? What's in this? That curiosity, almost childlike curiosity of the Fool card. That's popping out here. And I always see the Fool, people are like, that person's a joke, fool, but it's more about this energy, this like childlike, this fun, this excitement, this adventure, this who knows where this will go, like that a child has that pure kind of essence of this energy of being like, maybe I'll fall on my face, or maybe it will be the best thing I've ever had in my life. You never know. Kids just kind of do. Like, I'm just getting this idea of like, kids are like running down the street having so much fun chasing a butterfly, then they fall and scrape their knee, and they're like, well, that sucked. I'm going to keep running and go after that butterfly again. It's just this kind of idea of keeping that kind of wonder alive here for yourself. Because in the reverse, it's like if we don't have that, we're going to get sucked into this negativity. We're going to get stuck into that kind of darkness of this devil energy, or this mental darkness, right? I have the King of Swords in reverse here. The King of Swords in reverse is this energy of someone that's not really has mental clarity or has poor communication skills. So they're kind of cold, negative, cut off. This is someone that can be just kind of like cold and bitter. Just think of that kind of like bitter old man kind of energy here, where you're just like, oh, okay, well, someone woke up on the wrong side in the morning. It's kind of that energy, right? It's someone who's just like know-it-all, but really just kind of deeply kind of insecure. Or they feel like they know everything here, or they're just like, well, that... Like, you know, it's almost like this King of Swords in reverse is looking at this Fool energy, being like, stupid kids. Like, that's what's just this energy here. So watch you're not moving into that space. Watch you having this kind of coldness here, because there's this thing that I'm feeling in this energy here for you of having that kind of childlike, having that, finding that like beauty almost here, Libra, in the new or adventure, or what else is there for you. Because the Two of Wands is coming out here, which is new adventure card, which is new beginnings. It's holding the world here. Right, it's like the world is in your hands. Again, this an adventure energy for yourself. This, ooh, what else is there for me? You know, what can I bring with me on this kind of new adventure that I'm having? The Two of Wands does mean opportunities are coming in for you here, but you got to be the one to seek them. You got to be the one to, you know, be the one actively looking for them, or being like, let's do this, let's go for this, let's try this new adventure. Because the Three of Wands is more of energy. You know, your ships are already coming in. You can just sit back and wait. But the Two of Wands is a little bit more, let's go and get it. So that's what I feel like with this doing the work. It's like, well, let's go and get it. You want a relationship? Let's go and get it. You want a new job? Let's go and get it. You want this to happen in your life? Let's go and get it. Let's get it done. Let's do the work. Again, that stability is already promised here. So it's just got to be you being like knowing that, understanding that, and being open to something new. You're having a little bit of trust issues. I get it. Things maybe didn't go right in the past. Again, this failure energy that's popping out here. But this Nine of Wands is it's coming out sideways here. So in the upright, it's like we're having trust issues on this situation. Like, well, I don't know if that's actually going to work out, or maybe it's just going to be like it was. But you never know until you try here. Or you can trust that I'm on this path of this Knight of Pentacles. Trust that I'm having a long-term stability on the way for me here. The thing about the Knight of Pentacles, though, it's the slowest moving of the Pentacles. It's the slowest moving. So if sometimes this means a longer journey than, say, the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords, but it's the most stable, it's the most grounded, it's the most fulfilling out of all of them. So just trust, yeah. Cards coming out sideways for you here. A lot of choice involved, and more choice involved here. How we're looking at the situation, how we're viewing things. It's going to be important. I have the Nine of Wands. I have the Sun card. I have the Ten of Swords. Polar opposites of cards here coming out sideways. So they can go either way, right? Usually on the traditional tarot, this is a child on a horse that's just like free and like, yay, and naked and like literally like going through flowers and having the sunbeam on them. Like you probably know if you know tarot that well, but it's just like there's so much radiance of joy, happiness. And then in the reverse, it's like delayed happiness. But it's like, what is delaying our happiness here? And it feels like with this Ten of Swords coming out sideways here as well, either we feel like, you know, something bad is just going to happen to us again and we're just going to stab in the back again and nothing will be good here and we're just going to keep getting swords in our back. Or we see it in the reverse and we're like, we're on the way back up, baby. I'm finding the joy. I'm finding the happiness. I'm reconnecting with that again in my life. I'm done with having these swords in my back. I'm finished with it. I'm ready to find that joy, that happiness, that new here. Because we can stick in this if we want to. We can feel constantly at rock bottom. We have that choice. But how can we do the opposite? How can we open ourselves up to a little bit of love, a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness, a little bit of emotional fulfillment here with this Ace of Cups? There's this new emotional being for yourself. And it feels like be that fool. Like it just feels like this energy of just do it, you know, be okay with like falling, you know, on your face and getting back up again, Libra. You know, be okay with that because it just feels like there's just energy that I'm getting so much energy for you right now where it's just like do it, just go for it, just do it, just go for it. And it's going to be really, really emotionally fulfilling for you here. I have this Eight of Swords moment, right? This idea of feeling we're having our own mental barriers on this situation. So I feel like this is going to be a big mental game month for you in June. I do have the unhappy family card coming out here as well. So there might be situations within your family or family dynamics that's keeping you mentally stuck here or feeling mentally stifled. But if you are feeling like, how can I find joy if things are happening within my family dynamic right now? See it as that kind of salvation. See it like doing things that make you happy. You know, maybe that's going to the store and getting a coffee, or getting your favorite scone, or, you know, going for a walk in your favorite path. Like finding those little bits of joy here, because it just feels like you're mental blocking yourself, or having these mental kind of situations pop up because of this family situation that's happening here. But with the Eight of Swords, it tells me you have the ability to release yourself. You have the ability to free yourself from whatever it is that is keeping you mentally stuck here. You have the ability to do that. And that's what they want for you here, with the Sun card coming out, with the Ace of Cups, with the Star card. This is like sun energy. This is like so much energy here for you, Libra. So you can do this. Follow that. You know, follow that kind of sun energy. Follow that kind of good energy here. That revitalizing energy for yourself. Oh, interesting energy coming out here. Okay, I have the King of Wands in reverse, which is energy of, again, I think that grumpy old man energy, but this time it's anger. It's feeling that anger or resentment, or feeling that kind of, you know, you're not feeling like maybe you are creatively putting your juices to work. Maybe you're just feeling like you're living in that revenge, that anger, that pain here. But I feel like there's an error in judgment for you in that. Like this is not really your personality. If this is someone else, this might be someone else that is living in this, and you're trying to kind of pull them out of it here. But this Ace of Wands is telling me you're going to have a new kind of passionate beginning here too. So they're not me getting back to like what inspires you, what makes you happy, what you know, creative aspect you have in your life. Be creative in this month of June. You know, create things for yourself here, Libra. Whatever you can to you know, keep going, keep creating, do that work, right? To kind of really see the positive, and bring that fire energy back into your life here, because you're having a lot of new beginnings, right? At this Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands moment. But this Moon card is popping out here, and this Moon card is illusion. This Moon card is not seeing something fully, seeing something correctly, and that's why we're making an error in judgment about something here. Okay, and it feels like it has to do with this Temperance energy, of our energy being out of balance or out of whack. So what we have to do is we have to kind of refill our energy here. We have to refill our own cup. Self-care, self-love, finding peace. How can you find peace in the chaos? How can you find peace when things in family or things around you or not? How can you find joy in those moments? Is going to be your kind of assignment for this month of June, Libra, because it's just feeling like we're putting all these restrictions on ourselves, and it's like, why are we putting these mental restrictions on us? Things are working out, things are going in your favor, and just trusting that. But again, things are on the way for you here, but you just got to kind of ignite it a little bit. You got to be like, I'm the one that's got to go and seek this, or find this here for myself, or start this kind of new beginning here, and move out of this kind of King of Wands negative energy, Libra. Don't let this Moon card fool you here. There's something trying to cloud your judgment, and maybe this double energy popping up here as well. But again, it's like we're making the wrong judgment about it, and it's just because our energy is a little bit depleted right now. So we just got to find that peace and that stability. And when it's not there, you know, find ways to do that. Like I said before, maybe it's going to a coffee shop, getting your favorite scone, and just unwinding. Maybe it's listening to your favorite album for an hour. You know, maybe it's having a hot bath with salt. Maybe it's watching your favorite TV show. Whatever it is that brings you joy here, just follow that. It brings back that childlike wonder. Just pulling some oracle cards for you here as well, Libra. Emotions are running high. We talked about this. Lots going on for you in this month. Lots of different things that we are working through here. So emotions are running high, but let those good emotions run high too. Let that moment of this energy that I was feeling so much energy for you in the month of June. So bringing that into your life, bringing in that kind of joy, all that energy. It feels like this childlike energy that I'm having here, Libra. It feels like that child excitement about anything, you know, the kids that get excited about like ice cream and they're like, ice cream, you know, it's, let yourself have that, let yourself feel that. And maybe that's also reconnecting kind of with your inner child here, what brings you joy, finding that happiness again in things. You also got open your heart. Just grab my book here and I'll read that for you. The truth of our world, nature, and environment is love. This is an external love that makes no demands, has no expectations, and does not place limits or conditions on us, right? Limiting our energy, limiting our thoughts. There's an opportunity for each and every person to experience love at the deepest level if they are willing to be open, right? We're saying being open, being adventurous to things. Love can and will flow into your heart, but only if you allow it. It will change your perception, nurture and hold you, and even give you the strength to endure hardship. We were talking about this hardship through this reading. Take a moment to open your heart and allow love to bring you joy, serenity, renewed energy, and passion. What we were talking about through this whole reading, Libra. Oh, it's just nice when it just confirms. That's this energy that I'm feeling, this renewed energy, and total, unrelenting happiness. I love this for you, Libra. You're just finding your joy again. And I think June's going to be the month to do it.